Hey y'all!
Whoa!
Welcome.
I'm in the studio.
You've been wanting to be in the studio for so long.
Yeah, I had to sign some agreements there, but you know.
Welcome back to the channel.
How you doing, man?
If you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you are not, welcome back. And don't forget to thumbs up. I just want to say all this stuff up front before I forget. And also leave a comment if you have any questions. In this video, we are going to talk about money.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about our money and our debt.
You forgetting something.
What?
Your money glasses.
All right, anybody playing with you. First thing we're going to talk about, though, is our debt journeys, our individual debt journeys. For those of you who don't know, we are in a long-distance relationship. We have been together for 15 whole months. What? For those of you who know me, y'all know that's a big deal because y'all know I don't be having no man ever. So, 15 months in, y'all. And a little background for me is, okay, I haven't been in a relationship for about 13 years. He had been in a relationship for about 13 years, okay? Now we are together. Y'all know how I feel about money. I'm super passionate about the area of finance. I'm super passionate about living a debt-free lifestyle. This means that everything that I do, to all the vacations I go on, to all the things that I buy, I cash flow everything. I don't believe in putting anything on credit that you cannot pay for with that month's income. That's where I am. So being in a new relationship for me, I felt like when you meet somebody, to me, money is not the first thing you have a conversation about. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be like, well, how much do you make? Do you have debt? No, that's not what it's about. It's about going on a date, having fun.
Do you have too much? Nah, I ain't messing with that.
You say what?
No, I'm not going to be like, oh, do you have too much? I ain't messing with you.
Yeah. So that was just my philosophy. Like if you meet somebody, you're just there to date, to have a good time and not
to
get
know each other.
Yeah, and not get too serious about personal business.
No. First
right?
You got to see how they acting.
Yeah.
Who they be about.
So what do you think about when you think about money and dating? Like when you're about to date a woman, what do you, I don't know.
Well,
like do you have any
Truthfully, I used to always be like, oh, you know, people tend to act up, and when they have the power, they end up acting up a little bit more than usual.
When you say power, you mean money?
Yeah,
like if
money,
they make more money?
Yeah, like they're independent. They don't need nobody. It's like sometimes that respect doesn't come correct, you know? So that's how I used to feel about it.
So with you feeling that way, does that mean that so you would prefer to date somebody who
pretty much the same.
The same or less.
Wow. Yes.
This is interesting.
Yes. Because and there's other people out there that will want somebody to make more than them, and they just pretty much freeload.
But personally, you would
preferred, yes.
The same or less.
Yes.
Wow, that is y'all. This is my first time hearing this. Wow, that is interesting.
What you think about that? Why so interesting?
All right, because in my situation, when I think about who do I want to date, I think I've always said I want to date somebody who was able to pull their end of the deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Somebody who could afford to take me out, but that didn't mean that they had to take care of me. Mm-hmm. Somebody who could afford to take care for themselves. You know, like if you have a lifestyle, like you can afford to pay your bills, you can afford to take care of yourself, as well as date me in a logical manner, like nothing too high or extravagant. Like I don't need you to fly me around the world, but just to
buy you a necklace or something, right?
He bought me this necklace for Valentine's.
Cash. It was in my budget.
Yeah, so that's what I would think. Now, with me being who I am, I've been in this dating world for a long time. And I've also been a high income earner for a long time, right?
Yes.
And I do feel that a lot of times men do have a problem with women who make more than them. Mm-hmm. They don't always say it though, because a lot of times I don't even feel like some men realize that they have a problem with it. And I think that that goes back to the whole breadwinner story. Like men have to be the breadwinner, or they have to be the head of the household. And for some guys, they equate that meaning that they're the ones who bring in the money and who could financially take care of everything. So I have been in relationships where I've been with guys who were low key not comfortable with me being as financially successful as I am. And therefore, they never seen me. Like, I've had guys who say to me, you don't need me. Because to them, that meant you don't need me financially, so you don't need me.
Yeah. Every girl needs a man.
Don't I, boo?
Yeah, because it gets lonely out there.
Because you see me. I be like, baby, can you help me?
No matter how many things are out there, it still gets lonely.
I know. I be like, baby, can you help me steer this? I can't steer by myself.
Can't go into your box and tell them to steer it, but, you know.
Go into your box? What? I'm not even. Never mind. We ain't even gonna go there with him.
PG.
So I can't. So in the meantime, that's where I've been. Now,
how I've been.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, my other relationships, we pretty much make the same, or the person will make less than me. And I never had an experience with somebody making more than me.
Woohoo, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
but like she skilled it, like she went off the roof on that one. But we 15 months in, you know, I do got goals. He knows my goals.
So now that we're in a relationship, we've had all those money talks. So I know what he makes. I know what his bills are and everything.
And I'm allowed to watch our money videos, so, you know.
Yeah, in the beginning he wasn't. I was like, don't watch the money videos. Because I didn't want to get into that conversation too soon. I wanted us to just have fun when we was first dating. And I didn't want to have to worry about...
You didn't want to worry about calling me and be like, this phone has been disconnected. Please
No. Knowing that I make a pretty good amount of money and that I'm debt free, guys. I'm debt free. Everything is paid off except for my house.
So even my debt free then.
Okay. I'm consumer debt free. So even my Tesla, I have a Tesla, even that is paid off. You know, I have a lot of things around here. A hot tub. I have a lot of stuff, like a lot of high-end things that are... No, don't come rob me. I ain't got no good TVs or nothing, y'all. You know that. Like, my stuff ain't yeah.
No, they're just well kept.
They're well kept.
But you ain't gonna want that technology.
You ain't.
Yeah,
And you're gonna be so disappointed.
You're gonna have to plug like 5 different things just to get something to screen.
I don't care. Budget life. That's the budget life. So, but with that, like I said, everything is paid off except for my mortgage. So I say that because sometimes even what I make can feel like more because I don't have a lot of financial bills that I have to be like, oh, I got to pay. I don't have a lot of that. So I have a lot of free money at the end of the month. But I didn't want to date somebody.
They know that.
But some of the sitting in the tree people may not know that.
Uh-huh.
They might be new. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to date somebody and say, oh, man, I make way more than him. Let me pay for this date. Or let me pay for this date. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I wanted to date somebody and allow them to treat me and pay for me.
Yeah, sometimes you got to tell me no.
I do, because he tries to pay for everything, guys. He does. And he knows what I make.
I'm used to that.
I know, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all, you know I appreciate it. Because he'd give me $5 and I take it. I'd be like, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I don't care.
Give her more free money.
Huh?
She don't work for that money.
Yeah, so it is true. Because I feel like in life, I make what I make today, but that don't mean that you can't fall tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He can make what he make today, but that don't mean that he can't be balling tomorrow. It's all temporary. Nothing is guaranteed, not even an income. So what I love and what I respect is when we all can just be good stewards of what we do bring in. I don't care how much or how little. Because you can bring in all the money.
Still be trying to make ends meet at the end of the month.
Exactly, because you living way above your means. And
I've seen that a lot too.
Me
I used
too.
to do financial whatever service. I needed it myself.
We're not even gonna ask. We're not even gonna ask.
I ain't gonna promote them either. No, but for real, and I seen like, you know, people making 200, 300,000, and they don't know where the money's going,
Yup.
and they feel like they got to make more. $300,000,
Exactly.
you know, a year is pretty decent.
It is. It's really good.
It's very good.
So if I was dating somebody who was making 300,000, but they was making stupid money decisions with their lives, I would have a problem. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they would probably be like, well, you can't tell me what to do. But, you know, so either way, it would have been a problem. So that's why I said, or if I was dating somebody who made 20,000 a year. That's not him. He made more than that. He made way more than that. But I'm just saying, as an example, if I was dating somebody who was making 20,000 a year and they was making crazy money decisions, I would have a problem. So I don't care how much or how little it is. I would have a problem if you're not being a good steward of your money, because that's where I am on my journey, and that's what I believe in. Those are my principles. And so my thing is, now being 15 months in, and I know where you are on your journey, guess what, guys? I feel guilty. Don't I?
Guilty about what?
I feel guilty because y'all know I like doing the most. I do the most.
Oh.
I love going on vacations all of the time. And he loves going on vacations too. And then with me and him together, we have so much fun. So I always want him there all of the time. And when he's not there, I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to carry my own luggage. I'm not used to that anymore. I got a man now. No. So the what I feel guilty about is the peer pressure. I feel like I have, I don't know what you call it. Is it status of life peer pressure? Because when I go on a vacation, you naturally want to go too. Yeah. And he makes it happen, and he cash flows the vacations he goes on with me. But what I feel bad about is I know that
money can go into my debt. So.
Yes, that's what I know. And I'm telling you, like, we'll go on vacations where like he'll pay his half. Like, we'll split, we'll do half and half. Like, I pay my part of the vacation, he pays his part, but his part can still be $2,000 to $3,000. And he makes it happen. He has he don't put it on credit cards, which I absolutely love. But at the same time, it's like, ooh, if he was a client of mine, what would I advise them to do? I would say, go on cheaper vacations that are less expensive. I would never say don't go, because life isn't promised. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some people say, don't do this until you're out of debt. But guess what? Nothing's promised. No, nothing's you promised. Can be out of debt day one and drop dead day two. And I speak from experience. I've had people who have done this in my life.
Yeah, and they do say, go out there, and you never know what you can find, or what passion, or what other what can motivate you, mm-hmm. or what you can learn out there. That you can bring that back home, and it can help you out. Yeah, towards your destiny.
But if you was a client, like, I know you be trying to be a client. He tries to be a client. But if he was a client, but he can't because he's my man, and I be peer pressuring him. I'm a bad influence. I know. But as a client, I would say do things that are more economically feasible. I would say that. I would say that the sacrifices that you make today are going to be well worth it tomorrow. Knowing that you don't have to pay this bill or that bill because it's done. But for me, like, for instance, I'm going to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas for my birthday. So I had to rope my boo thing in. Now,
we're going on a trip next month.
I did find wonderful deals and wonderful ways to make that vacation way less, but still, and remember.
And one of my jobs, go ahead, remember what?
Australia.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to go to Australia. Then
Baltic Sea got canceled.
Then I'm like, no, you can't go, because that'd be like $4,000, $5,000 that can go to debt.
Yes. And, and one of my jobs, if I don't make it to work, I don't make the money. So, that's losing day by day. So if I take 10 days off, that's 10 days.
10 days of income loss.
Well, you could say 5 to 6 days.
Yeah.
So 5.
Yeah. So it's a huge sacrifice that he makes.
So
so I say, as a partner, what should my role and responsibility be in this? In the beginning, it was, oh well. I mean,
Yeah.
It was like, oh well, like, you just don't come. Like, I got like 1 million people I can travel with. And obviously this is something I worked myself up to be able to do. Like, I did sacrifice when I was paying off my debt and stuff, you know. I said no, I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And I still do that, you know.
No, she always does that.
I know. I didn't even want us to get no popcorn in the movie theater yesterday.
She was enjoying that popcorn. Like, I couldn't even take the bag away from her. Like, I was fighting with her.
But I wasn't about to buy no popcorn. But yeah, so I do make sacrifices. So that, then a part of me, the girlfriend who wants to be super supportive, says, well, maybe I should just slow down on my travel. That way you don't have to be tempted.
And I don't want her to.
I know, but I just don't
want her to.
Because he get tempted. Like, he be wanting to be down.
Yeah, I don't want her to. Even though she don't go with me, I don't want her. That since day one, I told her that. So.
Oh, no. I just have so much fun with this guy.
Don't worry. I'm going to speed up the process.
I know. And I'm not one, even though I tell you guys I make like $1 million. And like I said, out of that, only thing I got to pay is my living expenses. You know, your gas, your electricity, your cable, and then my mortgage. But guess what? I also rent out bedrooms. That helps pay my mortgage. So, yeah. So I have multiple thousands of dollars left over every month. That's not assigned to anything. And it could be real easy to say, well, let me just pay for him for everything, you know?
No.
Yeah. And he wouldn't like that. Anyway, so I told y'all, even with all of this,
you get the answer machine.
He is forever trying to pick up the bill. Sometimes I feel like maybe if I slow down on all my wonderful travel, I can support this guy more in his quest.
I'm thinking about party slowing down with me. You don't have to slow down.
I did slow down with you. I got us down to 2 trips.
Okay.
I mean, two major trips. And then also, it's like being long distance. We still have to do him. Like, he's here in DC visiting me now.
Yes.
Then I go and visit him. So we still do that. So he is actually spending more money than a person on a debt-free journey would be spending.
Yes.
Because when we visit each other, like, you'll pay for, like, if we go out to eat, you'll pay for stuff, or I'll pay for stuff.
But, you know, even though, you know, don't limit yourself. You know, sometimes you just gotta make more money. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Why settle? Why go down? Because of the things, your lifestyle. Just go up and look for something else.
So he's saying if he just makes more money. Yeah. I mean, that's true too.
You know, there's cruise. You know, I want to double my salary.
I
want to double my salary when I come back.
Yep, that is true.
You gotta, gotta align myself, and you know.
Yeah. So guys, that's where we are in our debt-free journey in our story right now. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to thumbs up and hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted when a new video comes out. And subscribe if you're not a member. And leave a comment below. And until the next time, we are Tinesha. This is Jay, and we are
Sitting in a tree.